Hello, how are you? It has been a while. Welcome to my channel and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I'm doing a card reading. The Sufis will be delivering a message. So if this lines up with what you're here for, I hope you stick around and I hope that you get something out of these readings. So let's start. I'm going to be pulling 3 oracle cards from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle deck by Rasuli, and these will act as a guide that will lead you to your reading. We have been bombarded with high energy over the last 48 hours. So I wonder what the Sufis want you to know regarding energies that you might need to tend to or heal in order to allow the new to come into your life. To help guide you regarding healing patterns, healing emotions, healing energy. Can I get card 1, 2, and 3, please? All right, so we have a couple of cards flipped out. Let's see. It's time to play. So this will be card number 1. If you are drawn to the image, to the colors, to the words, this is your card, group number 1. All right, is card number 2. If you are drawn to this card in any shape or form, or to the title of it, that's your card, group number 2. All right, let's get one more card for group number 3. I just looked at the time and it was 3:36. Can I get one more card for group number 3, please, from the Sufi Wisdom? One more card for group number 3. There you go, group number 3. Oh, wow. A happy life. Isn't that gorgeous? The light is being funny, considering this is sort of has the energy of sacral / solar plexus chakra. So if you feel drawn to this card or to the words on it, that's your card, group number 3. Let me hold them up for you so you can see them. And this is a good exercise. I usually say this is a good exercise for practicing following your intuitive guidance. Try not to think too much about what card you are drawn to. You are simply drawn to the card. Just like you try not to think too much about someone that you're drawn to. You're just drawn to that someone. So check the timestamps in the description and click on whichever card or number it is you chose. It might be 1, it might be 2, it might be all 3, and that's totally fine. And I'll see you in your reading. Hello, group number 1. If you chose time to play, welcome to your reading. let's put this oracle card aside and we'll get to it whenever we'll get to it. And I'm using, in case you didn't see it in the beginning, the Sufi tarot deck by Aida Hussein. All right, let's see what cards will come out for you to help guide you regarding whatever energy you need to deal with right now in order to heal it and allow something new and beautiful to enter your life. I'm gonna need my glasses. All right, we have the Four of Swords. Big sacral chakra energy for you. We have the Nine of Swords. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's get more cards for you, group number one. Your inner child is really coming through right now. Time to play. Your inner child wants to be set free. Your inner child needs to heal. Can I get some more clarity and some more cards for group number one regarding the message that they need to hear right now? All right, let's see what came out. So you have Minar. Minar means lighthouse. I believe this is the tower in the regular tarot, but I will confirm. You have Al-Qamar. Al-Qamar is the moon. Beautiful card. And then you have the Daughter of Cups. What does all of this mean? You have a suit and you have a couple of major arcana cards popping up for you, group number one. Big things headed your way. Your reading is very clear to me, which is why you probably chose this card, although I'm not 100% sure what this card means. But there's a theme, as always, to your reading, group number one. And I think I said it in the beginning when I was shuffling your cards, is that I sensed the energy of playfulness, the energy of the inner child. And that's what comes through here. The two themes that are very, very strong in your reading is your inner child, time to play, the Daughter of Cups, as well as water. Water is the element of the sacral chakra, this vibrant orangey color that you might find yourself being drawn to. So the Daughter of Cups is a card that is urging you to heal whatever wounds, internal wounds you might have gathered as a child. And you don't have to be a female. This is a card about your inner child wanting to come out and play, perhaps through you. Perhaps you need to make peace with your inner child. Did you judge yourself as a child because somebody else judged you? The card itself is interesting. There's a part of it that I feel called to read to you regarding the Daughter of Cups. And let me hold it out here for you. When this card appears for you, you are being guided to connect with your innocence and childlike nature. The Sufis believe that while the purity and flame of a child is special, it cannot compare to the purity and the flame of someone who has gone through life and kept it intact. This way, the softness of heart, ability to perceive beauty, and appreciation for the ordinary come not from naivety, but from the place of having lived through life's circumstances while nurturing an inner flame that remains intact and strong. How do you connect with your authentic, childlike nature? How do you allow it to help you create beauty? Again, there's a very strong message here that you might feel more connected to your inner child, and you might allow it if you're someone who's taken this life way too seriously, like many people do, and you suppress your inner child. You might want to go near a body of water. I don't know where you're located. It's winter here. Actually, it's almost spring. You might want to go walk along a beach if weather permits it. You might want to go for a swim. You might even just want to take more regular baths and connect with yourself, considering water is the element of the sacral chakra, and your sacral chakra needs tending to right now. It needs healing in the Four of Swords. You need to take a break. You need to allow yourself some rest. You need to stop, go, do, think. You need to, looking after yourself in itself is an act of reverence for yourself. I have a video about reverence, by the way. Reverence is an act almost of self, not indulgence, self-honoring, not self-worship, self-preserving. You need to look after yourself. Have you lost yourself by looking after others and constantly prioritizing others instead of yourself? You need to rest and connect with you and honor you. Now, it's funny, I usually start with the major arcana card, but I find myself starting with just the regular cards for you. The Nine of Swords is a card that signifies the near completion of a cycle. I need to bring this card up as well. You're about to finish, you're about to complete a cycle of your life that might have not been very pleasant for you. And that's why you're being urged to take a break and rest and connect with yourself, letting go of all thoughts. Stop thinking. You're harming yourself with the storm of thoughts that you engage in. You have to remember that you are not your thoughts. You must realize that you are the awareness behind your thoughts. Let it all go. Now, having said that, the high frequency energy, we just went through sort of a solar flare that was quite big, and a lot of it's coming through us as a bubbling of thoughts, old ways of being, old thoughts, old patterns, even dreams. You might be having very vivid dreams that are almost disturbing in their nature. Don't let it impact you. Always remember that you are the awareness behind your thoughts. Don't engage in them, observe them. Sometimes your thoughts are, in fact, a message from your inner child that needs healing. So the simple act of seeing the thoughts, this energy that you might find yourself engaging with and getting bogged down by, letting it know that you see it, letting it know that it can no longer be your home, and ask it kindly and respectfully to leave you alone and send it back into the universe, because it is time for the new. And as long as you're holding on to these negative thoughts and allowing them to play loops in your mind, you're blocking all the beautiful new that wants to come through to you. El Minar, the Minar is the tower. And lightning, which is interesting given the amount of solar flares that we just were hit with, is striking the Minar, sending it into rubble and shattering it. But I'm not sure if you can see, part of the rubble is revealing little gems and little jewels that are sort of exploding out of the old structure, out of the old pattern, out of the old ways of being. There is gold hidden there that you just don't see. Allow whatever it is that is being removed or taken away from you right now to be removed and to be taken away, because you're going to discover gems and jewels and something magnificent and beautiful. We as humans like to hold on to things that we know, because that's where we feel comfortable. It's sort of our comfort zone. Challenge yourself a little bit. Let go of whatever it is that's trying to leave you right now. And the promise that will be delivered to you is there is magnificent and beautiful things that are going to sort of make your jaw drop, headed your way. But you need to allow a lot of stuff to leave your life. You need to allow things to exit. You need to empty your cup, which brings us to the moon, which is a card about emptying your cup by doing some much needed healing, rest, and self-reflection, perhaps, where you meet your inner child, make peace with your inner child, and heal the aspects of you that need healing. Your cup might be full of things that no longer serve you, which is why it's being shaken up right now. Let it spill over, do your healing, and again you see the element of water in here. Al-Qamar is the moon. The moon indicates shadow work that you need to do, because shadow work, and you can see two dark cats or two black cats, which is very interesting. Shadow work is done alone and not in the dark, but in the confines of your own self, in your own space, where you reflect within, make peace with the aspects of you that you hate and judge and hide from people. Shine that light within yourself and empty that cup of all negativity, all negative thoughts, all limiting beliefs that might be holding you back from the wonderful, wonderful life that you are very worthy of, very deserving of, and that is headed your way. I just saw 1919. All right, so your reading is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, but I think you understand the message here. There's a lot of healing that you need to engage in, and only you can do it for yourself. No one outside of you can do this for you. Find a body of water. You are very connected to the element of water, and your sacral chakra needs your attention right now. So let's read what this card means. Time to play. Make time to dance and play. I get the sense that you're a person who is very serious, that you need to allow, you know how they say young at heart? Perhaps you need to become young at heart again. Make time to dance and play. Dance when you're broken open. Dance if you've torn the bandage off. Dance in the middle of the fighting. Dance in your blood. Dance when you're perfectly free. Rumi. Rumi comes to remind you that play and developing a more playful attitude are not only enjoyable but essential to good mental health. This change plays an important role in building strong, healthy relationships by bringing people closer to you, creating positive bonds, and resolving conflict and disagreements. If you are looking for new relationships, playfulness and humor can be effective tools, not just for attracting others, but also to help overcome insecurity and feelings of embarrassment that might have arisen in your past encounters. Oh dear one, do not limit your own joy by being self-conscious and overly concerned about how you look and sound to others when you attempt to be lighthearted. There is no reason to be worried that being playful will make you look ridiculous. Reclaim your inner child by setting aside regular quality time to have fun. The more lighthearted you are, the easier it becomes. Sprinkle your life with more fun things that make you lose yourself in the moment, beloved. You need to play, especially when you believe you are too busy. Why not start now? The great Oracle Rumi encourages you to be in love with life, no matter what it is you are doing. When you remember to dance, you feel joy. Plan to do something playful. Be spontaneous. Set aside your inhibitions and do something fun that you haven't done for a long time. The mantra that you are advised to engage in is I am in love with life. There is always time to play, always time for fun, always time for love. That is your reading. Group number 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I feel like there's a lot more, but if you're happy with it, so be it. I am going to be linking my Patreon at the end of this video, should you feel like you want to connect more with me and get more about your reading. Thank you. Hello, group number 2. If you chose this card, gift, the gift of freedom. Welcome to your reading. Let's set this aside. I tend to read them at the very, very end. All right, let's see what the Sufis have to say to you. Message for group number 2, please. Can I get some cards for group number 2 regarding the gift of freedom that they chose? Message for you, group number 2. Oh wow, kind of just flew out. The 9 of Cups. Let's get some more cards, please, for group number 2. Wow. Your cards are just gently sort of coming out. It's funny. Malika of Staffs. Very root and sacral. Let me get my glasses on. I don't want to mix this. There's a very strong sacral chakra energy. It was present it was present in the first reading with group number 1. I get root and sacral for you. Group number 2. Malika is Queen. Malika of Staffs. Very fiery. You've got a fiery energy to you. Group number 2. Can I get more cards, please? Regardless of gender, the cards don't represent gender, okay? Don't focus on the fact that it said Malika. You got a whole ton of cards. Let's see. Taslim. Taslim is the Hanged Man. It's a major arcana card. Wali. How very interesting. I believe this is the Chariot in regular tarot. Another major arcana card. And then you have Five of Coins. There's that root chakra again, that energy of the root chakra. And you have the Nine of Coins. I'm getting goosebumps. Sorry. I'm getting goosebumps. There's a very strong message for you here. I'm just trying to figure out where to start. Wow. You again with the root chakra, you need to do some work. Sorry. I'm getting tingly messages that your root chakra you need to tend to your root chakra. And I don't know if you do any chakra work or healing or balancing with regards to your chakras. But root chakra is at the base of your spine. The color of it is basically this color that you see everywhere in your reading, this red, this deep sort of red color. And you heal it in many ways. You can find some yoga poses to engage in your root chakra. Or you can use crystals. Carnelian is a good one. And you can walk outside and get your feet to touch the ground, earth. You need to connect with Mother Earth. That's really also coming quite strong here. There's a fiery nature to you that is about to break through you. Group number 2, and I'm not even reading any cards. I'm just reading whatever is coming through right now. You are fire. You're fire, and you're holding yourself back with some limiting beliefs that might have to do with self-worth or lack of self-worth. You're also about to end a cycle. Just like group number 1, they were about to complete. There's a cycle that is it's nearing its completion for you right now, and you're going to find yourself in a magnificent world of abundance. If whatever it is you're feeling has to do with love, you give yourself that love first because you're worthy of it, and you fill your cup first because you're gonna find yourself in a beautiful world filled with love, but the only one denying it to you is you. Friendship, community, family, you're worthy of all of this. That kind of security that you get in this realm, in this world, by making connections with people, you're worthy of it if that's an area of struggle for you. And that's the part, that's the cycle that's coming to an end. That pain that people inflict on you is well perceived, that people inflict on you is because of an internal wound that you're holding on to. You are worthy of everything. You're worthy of friendship, you're worthy of partnership, you're worthy of companionship. You deserve it. You deserve that happiness. And you're gonna get it because you're about to embark on some serious healing with regards to your root chakra. Just remember that you are worthy. I'm just gonna look up the Nine of Cups in the actual book because I feel there's another message that I'm just not able to. Wow, I just opened it. Okay. The Nine of Cups is often called the wish card as it connects fulfillment and contentment. It is about being rewarded and enjoying the fruits of our efforts after we have worked hard. After we have worked hard and placed our desire at the altar of the divine. In our card, we see a Sufi Sama circle, sacred music used to open our hearts and connect with the divine. As the vibrations loosen up calcified emotions around our hearts become empty cups ready to be filled. It is then that the sake, The Saqi, or divine wine pourer, fills them up with divine nectar, spiritual uplift for some and fulfillment of desires for others. The Sufi perspective on wish fulfillment is that as long as we have a desire, we must fulfill it. As Hazrat Inayat Khan explains, if you let the desire go unfulfilled and you lack the patience needed to accomplish the desire, your spiritual progress will be arrested. When you have accomplished one desire, you will have that something which is needed for the accomplishment of something greater. Every desire you accomplish is one step further forward, further toward that final goal which every soul ultimately has to reach. Your affirmation for this card is, I accept with gratitude the fulfillment of my desires. When this card appears for you, you are being guided to a complete state of embodiment through self-knowledge, in which you delve into the depths of who you really are and what you truly wish for. You are being encouraged to focus on the fulfillment of your true self, to unfold your being and unapologetically connect with your heart's desire. I wasn't going to read the whole thing, but that's where we're at. This card is very important for you, and I hope you heed or listen to the message that is coming through. Now, the 9 of coins has also come through. And again, you've got the 9 of cups, you've got the 9 of coins. This reflects the areas where you might have wounds, where you might struggle in life, in this world, in this realm. Love, maybe it doesn't have to be love that is sexual, though there is a strong sacral element here, but it could be love, family issues, work-related issues, as well as finances, money. You're abundant. Abundance is your birthright, and you're about to end whatever this cycle is that has to do with lack or self-doubt with regards to abundance. If you've had investments, you're about to see fruits from your investments. If you have been seeding seeds of anything, a project that you've been working on, anything in this realm that you've been waiting for it to give you money, guess what's about to happen for you? You're about to get it all. A card of completion and the end of a cycle that might have been painful, where you weren't very sure, right? But you have to do the internal healing, because you get the 5 of coins here. And again, there's that root and sacral chakra energy. And the 5 of coins is a card of, it's a card of lack, but in a way that you believe that you are lacking, when in fact you're not. I believe here in this card, let me just look at it for a second. This person is sitting sort of sad looking, in lack and poverty, you know, and there's 5 coins on the wall behind them, but they just won't look. Like all they need to do is perhaps lift their head up and turn around and examine the room that they're in, and they're going to find these 5 beautiful coins that might solve whatever limitation that they find themselves in. So there's a limiting belief that you're being asked to dive within yourself, look into, examine, and possibly heal, because you can do it and you're worthy of everything. And you need to understand that it's time to let go of all these limiting beliefs, because what they do is hold you back. In essence, you carry this energy, the Malika of Staffs. Malika of Staffs, you can see it, it's so vibrant and red and bursting with this energy. And that's the energy that wants to come through in you. You hold it back. It's time to let go of these beliefs, Perhaps do some journaling, perhaps do some self-reflection, because there you are sitting on your throne. There you are, very inspirational, very connected to the fire that is within you, and that perhaps you are stifling. Your root chakra needs some attention. And after you're done doing a good yoga pose for root chakra is squats, believe it or not. Just squat. If you garden, just do a few squats a day with the intention of healing your root chakra. That energy wants to come up. It's the serpent sort of spiraling energy. That energy needs to come up in you, and it's you. It's who you are. You're this fiery being that just revels in knowing who they are, in knowing their self-worth. You revel in your sexuality as well. So if that's something that you've been suppressing, time to heal that wound. Taslim. Taslim is the Hanged Man, which speaks, this is a major arcana card. So I believe if you understand what this card means and do the healing that is required of you, abundance will unlock for you. You are keeping yourself stuck due to a limiting belief, due to a way of being, due to something that you're holding on to. It could be something physical, it could be a belief system, it could be a way, a pattern that you keep perpetuating and inflicting upon yourself that keeps you stuck, energetically stuck. When you are energetically stuck, you become stuck in this realm, in this world. So pay attention what patterns keep playing out in your life. They want you to look at them and to release them, because when you do, you will no longer be hanging and not knowing. You will be standing in your truth and fully knowing and acknowledging who you are. But you must do the internal healing work first. The only person keeping you stuck is you. There is something in this card that I would like to read to you as well. I think I found it. The word taslim refers to the outward state of hanging upside down. The word taslim refers not to the outward state of hanging upside down, but to the inner state fostered through this spiritual exercise that Sufis have long partaken in their Chila Hanas, learning to surrender and suspending judgment and preconceived notions. This position, along with that of prostration through prayer, is one of the few times that our hearts are physically elevated above our heads, signifying a precedence given to limitless heart knowledge rather than the limited mind. That's the key here. When this card appears for you, you are being asked to examine any old calcified beliefs you may have. Do you judge yourself and or others in a way that is imprisoning your soul? Taslim asks you to create inner peace by connecting to the wisdom that comes from discipline and surrender. So, a big thing that's happening to a lot of us right now is that we have learned to surrender our egoic mind. It's called the monkey mind. That's how Osho used to refer to it. The beliefs and the patterns and the ways of being that are stuck up here, you have to let them go. We're evolving right now as a species, and this evolution has to do with the heart and coming from the heart and being from the heart. So it will be difficult in the beginning if you're a person who tends to be judgmental. of others, it means that you judge yourself. And opening your heart is going to be a bit of a tricky task. But that's where we're heading as a species. We're going to operate more from a heart-centered place and less from the ego and from the mind. I just wanted to let you know that. And then you have the Chariot. This card represents a balance that you need to reach between your physical body, this physical world that you're in, and your soul. And once you reach that balance and you accept your soul fully and integrate it fully and heal all the aspects of you that perhaps you judge, you will become balanced, happy, and a leader, a person who inspires others. Let me read this part for you as well from this deck. Because this deck is so unique, I try to stay as authentic as I can. In Sufism, the horse and the rider represent the balance of the body and the soul, with the horse being depicted as the body and the rider as the soul. We must nurture both to win the race, for it is only when both the body and the soul are taken care of that one can reach their final destination. It is the balance between the body and the soul that leads to mastery. When this card appears for you, you are being called to examine the balance between the inner and the outer aspects of your life. There you go. And that was your actual tarot reading. We haven't even gotten to the card that brought you here, which is the gift of freedom. Let's get to it now. The gift of freedom. Break away from your attachments. Shelter is found in solitude. Freedom is found in the elimination of worldly passion as a goal, and friendship is found in not having an inclination to control. Life is seldom smooth. It is often full of setbacks and challenges. The journey to freedom requires us to give up the continual search for self-satisfaction. This oracle comes to you on a soft breeze with a musky scent to deliver you from the limitation and restriction imposed by thoughts and action, to free you into the growth of love. Dear one, it is too easy to tell yourself you deserve freedom simply because you want to indulge your impulses. Sufi wisdom guides you to not seek this way of life for praise or admiration. Believe in yourself. Know that your satisfaction comes when you can observe your own behavior objectively. Taking responsibility for your life and thoughts and actions is crucial to finding your freedom in love and friendship. Satisfaction and a sense of well-being come from acting in your life and helping others to find the same freedom. The mantra that you are being advised to engage in: I am letting love guide my actions, knowing that embracing responsibility is what will give me peace and a personal sense of freedom to live the life which is right for me. And there you have it. Group number 2. That was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed delivering it for you. I'm going to link my Patreon at the end of this video. Feel free to reach me there. Hello, group number 3. If you picked this card, this is your reading. Welcome. We'll put it aside for the end. The readings have been very interesting today and lovely, and I have been trying to deliver my own message that comes through. Oh wow, as well as I go back and read from the guidebooks if I feel like there's something missing still. So you get the 9 of Staffs. Every single group today got the 9 of something. The general message, wow, I'm getting chills again. The general message is that we are all completing one cycle or another right now. It seems like February, which starts tomorrow, because today, when I'm filming this, it is January 31st of 2024. And these readings tend to be timeless, so it really doesn't matter. But this year, 2024, and next month, February, seems to be the start of something new for a lot of us, or at least it has that potential. Sorry. 9 of Staffs, yes. And then you have the Murshida. The Murshida. So this is a major arcana card for you. Group number 3. Wow, I got some interesting vibes from you, group number 3. Can I get more cards for group number 3, please? More cards for the lovely group number 3. Dunya. Another major arcana card, which is absolutely beautiful. A beautiful card. Dunya. Let me get another one, please. This is an interesting card. Let me look at it. The 4 of Coins. All right, let's see this. Is there anything else? Although I'm quite happy with these, but is there anything else for group number 3, please? Doesn't seem like it. All right, then let's just get into your reading, group number 3. Your first, one of the cards we pulled out for you is the Murshida. I thought it was the Magician, but I'm wrong. This is the High Priestess, which is why I got such a lovely energy out of it, because it's funny, in tarot, I connect deeply with the card of the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a all-knowing being. It's an all-knowing energy state, not all-knowing and egoic, not like that, but she holds, in the traditional tarot, the High Priestess holds the Torah. So she's quite wise, and don't worry about she and he. It's just an energy that we're talking about. So there's internal wisdom here within you. If you have not unlocked it, you might be on the verge of unlocking it. But the High Priestess doesn't act a lot. She's grounded in her reality and is able to manifest, which is why she doesn't act too much. She's always sitting and just holding a book. She's reached that level of wisdom and knowledge where she understands the realms and she knows how this realm works. So extremely, the High Priestess is an extremely intuitive energy, extremely intuitive. So if you're a person who doesn't trust in your own intuition, in your own gut instinct, then you're being told that you are an extremely powerful being and that you should probably trust and follow that instinct and that knowledge that tends to come from within. All right, before I continue on my rant, I'm going, like I said, I've been trying to stay authentic because the title of this video is The Sufis Deliver a Message, and I'm trying to combine the messages that come through to me as well as the messages from the guidebook itself. So the Murshida is a mystic who has conquered herself through contemplation, meditation, and devotion. Her power is her quietude, her strength, her silence. Known as the High Priestess in traditional tarot, she represents an energy that is about being, not doing. Isn't that what we just said? In her tranquility is a quiet growth, and in her placidity a silent manifestation. Though she may appear physically inactive, she is activating that which is dormant. Grounded on earth and connected to the heavens, she embodies the Jamal, the feminine, receptive energy, and her modus operandus is batin, quiet and unseen. So, sort of a mystery when you meet a mysterious personality. And by the way, the divine feminine and the divine masculine are energies that are present in all of us. There's a duality to this world. There's a duality to everything. And the feminine and the masculine is part of that duality. We're supposed to reach a balance within ourselves where we know our masculine energy and when to let it out. Masculine energy is forward, going outward. Feminine energy is sitting back and being receptive. That's a beautiful card for you. So for me, this is who you are. You have this inside of you. If you have not accomplished this state, you're being told that you will, hopefully with the beginning of this month, actually. And then we have, this card is a card of completion, the world in traditional tarot. In Arabic, it is a dunya. There's a lot of twos in your reading, and I wonder if the number 2 means anything to you. If you see a lot of twos, or you should be paying attention. But like I said, there's a lot of 9s in today's reading, which makes sense. And this card is a card of completion, just like the 9s that you even got. I believe you got the 9 of staffs. You're about to finish a cycle in your life that might have been painful for you. A cycle where you should probably have focused on growth. And if you have learned and if you have grown, then completion is headed your way. Completion in this realm, and as well as an honoring and a completion in the spiritual realm, because the world is a card where you link somewhat, or you begin to understand how this world that you live in is connected to the spiritual realm or the spiritual world. And if you've completed successfully your tasks and you've learned the lessons that you were supposed to learn from them, rather than get traumatized and get stuck in victimhood and oh, woe is me, and you've accomplished your inner growth, then you have completed all the challenges and that part of your life is done with. So get ready for a lot of abundance in every aspect of your life, in every aspect of this realm, and in every aspect of the spiritual realm. Where are you now? Are you still stuck in victimhood? If you are, then do some healing, do some self-reflection, and understand that the end of that cycle is here now. The world is ready for you. Will you embrace it? Or will you remain stuck in victimhood? Whatever it was, heartbreak, doesn't really matter. And then we have the 9 of staffs. So this is the card where I said it's about completion of a cycle. Now the energy here is a little bit interesting because you might find yourself holding on to a state of bitterness and vengeance and negativity. Let it go. The person in here in this card is lighting incense, but they're not doing so. We usually, like when I light incense to clarify and to invite positive energy in, but that's not what's happening here. The incense that's being lit has has almost a negative vibration to it, a negative feel to it, out of fear, out of limitation? Do you find yourself stuck in fear and limitation and holding on to an event perhaps that happened to you recently, if not recently, in the past year, 2, 3 years, that has tainted your perspective, that has tainted the way you see the world? Let it go. Let it go. It does not serve you. Let that staff go. Drop it. Drop the weight. Drop the weight that's holding you down. You're almost at that finish line, right? The world is ready for you to enter this beautiful realm. So you gotta let go of whatever this is, whatever this negativity, this burden, this weight that is holding you back, weighing you down from everything that you've ever wanted. The completion is near. So don't hold yourself back from that completion, from the new that is coming towards you. Let it go. It's the final, what's they call it? The final stance, or the final, something is final. There's almost there kind of energy here. Just drop whatever it is. And I think you know what it is. It's holding you back. Let it go. It's not who you are. It's not needed where you're going. All right. Very, very strong message there. All right. And then you have the Four of Coins, another card of limitation. So the Four of Coins speaks of perhaps you're rich. Perhaps you've gained something recently that you've wanted for a long time. You know, let's say money, materialism, a car, a home, a job. Don't isolate yourself. Let me give you an example. I was a massage therapist before I spiritually woke up. And I would sometimes during COVID go to people's homes to massage them. And I remember going to a couple's home downtown. And the home was lovely, and downtown it was extremely expensive. But they were almost prisoners in their own home. The home was idyllic, like it was almost idealism. It was extremely expensive. The interior was immaculate. They had marble floors. Everything was so beautiful and gorgeous. And they were sitting there almost like on high chairs, like a king and queen. And I felt the need to say to them, "You have a beautiful home." And as soon as I said that, they were like, yes, it's like, we know. So that energy, don't allow yourself to become so absorbed in whatever materialism that you might feel that you are deserving of and worthy of, that you end up isolating yourself from all that is good and from all the beautiful things that can come to you, because you have that feeling that, oh, people just want what I have. People are just jealous of me. Do you know what I mean? That energy. I'm not saying you do have it, but heed the warning. Don't go there. Always stay humble. Always understand that this realm, what we accomplish in it, will not last. The most important thing is who you are on the inside. Don't let yourself become a prisoner of things. And remember that staying humble connects you with other people. Becoming egotistical and I have this and I have that ends up isolating you, because that's what the ego does. So stay humble, stay connected to yourself, to the authenticity of who you are, and don't worry about material things. They come and go. And knowing your self-worth, knowing that you are worthy, removes that belief system, that fear that is based in limitation, that I gotta hold on tight to what I have, and I gotta fend myself off from all these people that want all this from me. Being humble and knowing your self-worth will alleviate all of that. All right, the card that brought you here. Let's get to that. Happy life, Someone asked Junaid, the Sufi sage, "Oh, you who is aware of the hidden mystery, how can one find the secret of happiness?" "Just by connecting with the heart," he replied. How do I live a happy and fulfilling life? This has been the concern of every human being on earth. To find the answer to this riddle, look around for happy people and find the secret of their happiness. By doing so, you will find out that no one is truly happy who has no love in his heart. Sufis define happiness as the perfume of the rose of love, the light shining from the candle of love, and the whisper from the sound of love. The happiness that is born of love has neither limit nor appetite to satisfy. It only comes to those who have love and share their love. Attar is guiding you to get out of your head and reach into your heart. Forget about your cares and focus on enjoyment. You don't have to chase extraordinary moments to find happiness. What you are looking for will be right in front of you if you pay attention and practice gratitudes. And I have to say, there has been a theme today in every reading so far, and that is to be centered and to come back to the heart. The evolution that we are currently going through is about opening our hearts and coming from the heart and having more empathy and having more sympathy towards not only ourselves but others too. Dear one, the world around you is full of opportunities for light-hearted pursuits. It will not hurt you to look for chances to do activities you love. Take every opportunity to see the fun side of life. Open the door to your creative juice, whether you enjoy painting, writing, photography, dancing, cooking, or doing some kind of craft. Do not make excuses about not having the time, money, or the talent. To not be creative, especially in this age, is a great waste of time. Have confidence and move to use your God-given gift. Your mantra is, I am letting go of the idea of perfection. I feel love for everything inside me and intend to spread it around like the scent of roses. And that's why you're supposed to follow the Attar, the guy who spreads the scent of love. And that is your reading group number 3. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to link my Patreon at the end of this video. Happy February.
Oh.